Welcome to the Daily HiFi Podcast. We do this every Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern. My name is Chana. With me, as always, we've got Joe, and we've got Aaron, and we've got you, lovely people at home. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man? I'm just chilling like a villain.
Chilling like a villain.
Oh, we know
Hey,
you.
look at that. Chilling like a villain. I got my Daily HiFi Crew merch. Boom, merch.
Bro.
I got my Blu-ray disc, the thing that's going out of extinction. What do you got, Aaron?
Got
What do you got over there?
got the
USB
sand
stick?
disc.
Sand disc.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Affiliate
actually-
link down below.
I went with a different.
affiliate link below. Yeah.
I went with PNY on my new. Oh, Match Beans audio. He's got that. Oh, dude,
Look,
I
we
got
gotta
some
chill out.
Neumann. I got some Neumann swag over the weekend.
We got to shill out some our anchor.
That's right. If you like to listen to the podcast as opposed to watch me eat, go to anchor.fm/daily hi-fi on your favorite podcasting forum, place, planet, the podcasting planet. That should be the new site.
And then
Hey, my cousin's in the house. What up? What up?
Chilling
what's
out.
up? What's up?
Chilling out DeWalt.
Dude,
the wall
she's chilling out for Sandisk. Look.
and this. All right.
Nice.
Who do
Dude.
we have here in the chat? Angela's here. We've got Paul, Junior OG, Marv, the man of the hour, Mr. Tim Perry. He's the guy that gets everything done. Otherwise, we would nothing would happen here.
Pretty much.
Billy P, what's going on? Gooch is in the house, and the true voice of reason coming here to let us all know what's up.
Yes.
What up?
YouTube
Also, super chats are appreciated. Whenever you guys do those, we will make sure to get to your question for sure, and it also, helps us out a little bit here and there. Buys
already yawning.
pays for Tim. Every bit helps. So we appreciate it.
Yeah,
we're not trying to get rich off of this, but we appreciate any.
We just want to keep it going.
Keep it going, man. We're just doing this for fun.
My brother was telling me that like my dad was so funny because my stepbrother, my dad married his mom and he lived with them, and he went to visit his uncle, and his uncle's like, hey, have you talked to Ahsoka? That's my dad. Because he was always so funny. Every time he says, hey, what's up? Hey, how's the business doing? And my dad just be like, running at a loss, and just be so happy that it's just continuing, right? It's just moving forward. A lot of people like Alex Hormozy and stuff, he's like, the goal in business is not to win. The goal is to continue doing business. It's there's no end in sight. You just keep going. Just keep going. If you're lucky enough, it keeps going long after you're gone. All right? Yeah. Word.
Yeah.
Deshaun, am I the only girl in here? You and my wife. That's it.
Yeah, you and Angela. that's probably it. Yeah, we went and had lunch earlier today. She got to see The Office. So
Oh yeah.
excited.
Nice.
I got the keys.
Nice.
Joe, help. Hey, at least Deshani, if you fall asleep, no one's gonna know. No one's gonna
Yeah.
Here?
Well,
Yeah.
Joe and I brought her along to Joe's shop. This is a long time ago. Wow, what year was this? 2018?
So wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
your shop, yeah. And Joe and I were filming a podcast, or like that, like us sitting down talking about speaker cables and all this, that, and the other. And then she came by also. She came with me, and then all of a sudden we're like, "There's somebody snoring over here."
I feel the same way. You talk about Oro 3D, I'm like, I'm out.
You and your iPhone
It's
setup,
been a
John.
while. Been a while.
It's been a
while.
Yeah, man.
Oh man.
So what's new with you guys?
What's new with you, man?
Check out my sleep. I know a lot of people want to know what's up with the Magic Bean stuff, and I'm working on it. I think I have a date set.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
Congratulations,
do-
man. Is it your anniversary? Because you won't remember that.
Actually, today's our monthly anniversary. I know that.
monthly. There's a monthly.
I know. See, for me to remember, I need to know. So it's the fourth, right? So
There you go.
I know that. I don't know the exact month, but No, I'm just kidding. I know the month. So yeah, so this is what I've been up to. Here's my sleep from last night. How's that look? Look pretty good.
Can't see it.
3 minutes 14. 3 hours 14.
3 hours.
Oh,
So,
that's how long you slept?
Yeah.
So is that a score? Like a sleep number?
yeah, it just tells you, how much.
Is it like a
It's
50?
not. It's not the bed. It's not the sleep number bed.
Yeah, I'll catch up. It's all right, but
I was a 71 last night, man. Like mine's
71.
always like in the 70s. It's never above 80s.
uh,
Or like
yeah,
above
mine-
80.
yeah, I catch up though. I catch up.
That's all
But
right.
that's what I've been up to. Working on Magic Bean stuff, making sure that it's as good as possible for the date. I'm shooting for March 20th. March 20th is a special day because that is around the time when my grandmother passed away from COVID. Not that, a few years back, and that's when I did HiFi Summit for the first time. Remember that, Chana? Remember that crazy 3 or 4 days? That was
Oh my god. So, I barely remember it because I had graveyard shifts in between, and I come back, I take a little bit of a nap, I get off of work, and then we start at like 9 o'clock.
yeah.
I like
Dude,
nap for an hour. I get off work at 7 a.m. Nap for like an hour. Get ready like 9:45 or something. Oh, who was it? From Lenbrook.
Uh-huh.
The lady from Lenbrook. What's her name? Anyway,
Yeah.
you guys were all backstage. June. And I was texting Joe. I was like, I'm taking a shower. I'll be right there. And it's like 5 minutes to go. And she's like, he's taking a shower. And Joe's like, don't worry, he's fast. All of a sudden, 2 minutes to showtime. I'm in, dressed, ready to go. Like, oh, dude.
Yeah, dude. You would start to fall asleep during some of the like technical stuff.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to solo myself for the talk, because and then you'd be in the background here like
I'm like, it's showtime. What's that?
yeah.
Hey, I'm back.
Yeah. So we work hard. We have fun. And to me, that's the secret to working hard because like I don't have to wake up and work on this stuff. I do it because I'm really excited to do it, right? I'm excited to get this product out to you guys. And I think at the end of the day, it really shows in the product, right? You can't fake how much time you've spent on something. If you rush something, kind of shows, you spend a lot of time, you make something great, that'll also show. So
Dude,
people are asking for pricing and all that. You'll see.
that was like the theme to Saturday, bro. That was like the theme to Saturday. Look at this. Let the beans out. Let them
Yeah,
live.
I know. Hey, look, if you ever wondered why Einstein had like that crazy hair, look at Aaron. He's been working. Look at him.
So why are you calling me out?
Because look at the hair.
I was just napping, man.
Look at
That's
that.
because I've been working.
Oh, both of you guys were just
That's why I'm
napping.
wearing
You want to wait all day?
Burn out. I need a shave too. Yeah. This is
Looking
getting
all
out of hand.
bummy. Looking all bummy. So, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Oh man, I'm getting the peanut gallery text over here from my cousin, man.
Is that right?
Yeah. We need to do something to wake up Aaron.
Why? Why y'all picking on me?
He's like, screw you guys.
Fade Master 4 for life. Of course. You got the Fade Master. All right. I got a couple clippers. I get crazy with it.
Yeah, this guy does his stuff all on his lonesome.
Yeah. The Fade Master is heavy though, and it gets hot.
Save it.
Anyway.
What is a Fade Master?
Oh, it's like a
haircut thing?
Yeah, it's a brand of clipper.
Yeah.
And this I think it's called Andis Fade Master.
Brand
Something like
Clipple?
that. Clipple, yeah. The Clipple near field hair clipper.
The Clipple near field clipper.
Yeah.
What's up, Chris Wyndham? Daniel. Oh, it's Floby. That's the old school. That's
Oh,
what
the
Aaron
flow.
uses, because it's back on Logic 2 days.
One day I'll keep trying to fade up Chana, but he likes to do his super cuts thing.
Yeah. No, I found a barber around.
Okay.
Yeah, she's real good.
Okay.
We're already getting. We're already.
Listen, I've already told y'all if I could get them to sponsor me, I would.
only 10 minutes in, and we're already.
Hey, don't use those. Don't use those manscaping things, dude.
Why not?
Because I did a quick Reddit search or something like that, and people
It
are like,
worked.
that thing cuts you up.
It works because they're using it wrong. You don't go against the grain. You go with the grain.
You mean with the hair?
I'm not looking at where the grain is.
I'm like upside down.
I don't know where the grain is.
It's so hard to figure that out. Like,
I couldn't do it if I were upside down because I'd have to move it out of my face. Like.
Yeah, this is the Daily HiFi podcast.
Where we talk about audio.
Yeah, I was talking about speakers. If I were listening to them upside down, they'd be in my face.
What is the frequency of that? I'll throw that into Audacity and find the exact frequency.
Cali, LP, U and F. They sound good, don't they, Joe?
They sound better upside down.
Yeah, so I just use my ears. I just use my ears, which is dangerous because I'm a fool when it comes to this stuff. Like, I'm just like everybody else when it comes to like listening to stuff. I may have more experience, but like if it has bass and it's a little speaker, I'm already impressed.
It's impressive.
Right? I'm already like, oh, what the heck? That's a lot of bass. How neutral it is, all that, I don't even know. All right. All I know is it has bass, and I wasn't expecting bass, and I'm already happy. Right. So that might be the case for like people who have like maybe it's a lifted treble response for like audiophile people. Like, oh, I'm hearing clarity, and they're impressed by that.
Detail.
So I don't know if it's accurate. It needs to be accurate too, right? Just because I'm impressed doesn't mean it might not. This is for studio monitoring, like it's for making stuff. It needs to be accurate, right?
Yeah, it needs to be accurate.
So, or at least EQable. At least EQable.
I need to go through and see. I've got my measurements. Go find them. What the tolerance is.
That's interesting. I did a quick RTA of it, and I was like, oh, looks kind of like
it's pretty much plus or minus 3 dB. For the most part, it has a mid-bass bump. Did you notice a little bit of a mid-bass bump in your listening? I can't say that I heard it because they were on my desk, so I had that mode engaged, and I can't really say that I heard the mid-bass bump because that's the thing, like anechoic measurements for a speaker that's used on a desk, with dip switch set for that specific use. I mean, that changes things, but the measurements are nice for a baseline,
Yeah, I'm curious about the directivity just because of the shape. It looks like there was some thought put into the shape. Yeah, it's like it looks like they did it for a reason. It looks like it's extra to have to do that shape, a little bit extra. But dude, I'm impressed with other things about it, like the volume control that's a touch.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
like what? That's cool.
Yeah, I like that too. Yeah, they definitely have like an SPL limit, but that makes sense. But what I do like about it is that it seems to be pretty broadband limiting. It doesn't just cut off the bass; it kind of cuts everything else with it. And I'm like, okay, I'd rather have that than just the bass. Like personally. But it also makes sense because the manual says, arm's length. They say 0.8 meters is like the desired listening distance.
Yeah.
So I can't fault them for not hitting 95 decibels.
What'll be good is you do all the super technical stuff, right?
I don't want to.
But and I'll just talk about like, hey, look at the buttons. You can touch them. And they're not even buttons. Like you touch the plastic and like, I don't know how it's controlling it through the plastic.
That's
it's
like what's his name? Chris Walker at ELAC. I'm like, yeah, send Joe the subwoofers. He'll measure them and then have Joe send them to me. I'll try to break them. He's like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, no, that works.
Dude, you know what I like is the fact that it's just USB-C. If you wanted to, I have it connected to my iPad Pro USB-C. Yeah. Boom! I'm listening to the thing. No need for an audio interface. I was watching one of your videos, Aaron, and I was just like, oh, listening on the thing, iPad, USB, and that's it.
It's nice.
That's kind of cool. Yeah. See that? Like those are the types of things that I'm interested in. But when it comes to the measurement stuff, I don't mind doing them, but they're just not as accurate as what you can do. So I don't mind saying, hey, just check out Aaron's video if you want to see the exact measurements. I try to do a general kind of measurement to make sure,
Yeah, I hear
And
you.
sometimes that's helpful when I do something, because if I compare it to your measurement and something's really off, that's happened sometimes where like, what's up, my speaker or your speaker? Like what? Like
Something's
I
wrong.
expect it to not be exactly the same, but this is like a huge difference. What is going on here?
Mhm.
I think that happened with the Polk R200.
Yeah, I still don't understand that, man, because I measured those things a few different times. Even I measured it again after I did the review, and
Mhm.
it showed up the same. And I'm like, maybe I just got a bad speaker. I don't know, man.
Didn't
Weird.
we figure out it was like they changed the materials?
That was the rumor, was that they changed something, but I never got confirmation.
Okay.
It seemed like maybe Joe told me that they didn't. But
No, no. So these things come in batches, right?
yeah.
I mean, a lot of the stuff is made in China. They could make a mistake somewhere, and then this batch
Right.
is a bad batch. I don't know. I think a company should say, hey, you know what? Anybody who bought theirs from this date to this date, it's hard to check though. It's hard to check.
Yep.
But like,
Yeah.
they should say, hey, these are problematic. We got to take those back, right?
Right.
But a lot of companies won't do that. I'm not saying that that's exactly what happened in this case, but when I used to have a product that I would manufacture and sell to, globally,
Yep.
if there was a problem, I would announce it to everybody and say, dude, we're going to have to take it all back. I know that you probably would have been happy to keep it, but I'm not happy for you to have that, right? I want you to have the right thing. So it's just that.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
No
But
problem.
for sure, the one you got was weird because I think it's supposed to be more like that more recent R500. Is that what you recently
Yeah.
did? It should be more like that.
It actually was, to me, it was worse than the R100, like the little one.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Derek Joshua says check by serial number.
Check by serial number. Yeah, that would probably be a good idea. We got a super chat also.
Yeah, let's get into it. Tim, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you, Tim.
Hello, guys. Just want to say you all rock. Love the show and look forward to it every week. Sean and Joe wanted to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to help me last week. No worries. Where were you?
Yeah.
Where were you, Aaron?
I was here last week. I just didn't help anybody, I guess.
Now we appreciate you guys being here with us. We do this every Monday, rain or shine.
Yeah.
And going back to this speaker batch thing. So I went to my buddy Sinish's house, who's I'd say like just an electronic music producer, and he wanted some white studio monitors, so he bought 2 of the LP6 V2 from Cali Audio. And one of them he had to get used, and when you put the volume knobs in the middle, they're at different volumes because they're on different batches, or there's something
Weird,
right?
Are they both V2s?
Yeah. So there's something with the new one that he bought versus the used one he bought, that they're not playing at the same volume when they're in the middle, and they fit into the little notch. So we had to bump it up a little bit. So things happen. Not everything's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Right. So
yeah,
there you have it. There you have it. Here's mine. You guys want to see the Calis that I saw this weekend?
Yeah. Are you allowed to show those?
I am allowed to show them. They are not released yet, and hopefully I'll have the video out tomorrow. I don't know. But this is it's a 5-inch driver concentric tweeter. Oh, that's an IN8 up there. So this is a 7.1.4, or if we're going with the subwoofer number, 7.4.4 setup. This is a solid state logic desk called a System T. This thing right here is $170,000. Pretty cool. I've got to play my Atmos mixes here. Yeah, look at that. Yep, there it is. The volume knob. Yeah, crank it up.
Volume. It has a little label on it.
yeah, because this is like a demo area for everybody, and like this screen, can you see my mouse over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a Dolby Atmos render. You can actually pop that onto this side screen here, or this one, depending on what you want. And Joe, I know you were asking about like, can you control the like automation and stuff? You can with some of the knobs. I think these ones up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'd be like 170K. That's a lot of money. You don't have a whole lot of like knobs to play with, right? But it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. I was at a pretty cool event. Oh, this guy makes some really cool Atmos. We'll talk about him in a second. Oh, stop sharing. There's a lot of stuff I can't talk about in that. All those photos. But I was at the coolest event. If you guys saw any of my Instagram posts, you would have known I was hanging out with homeboy, my homie, Alan Meyerson. We're not homies. But he's a really nice guy. And if you don't know who he is, you know his work. He's worked on the immersive mix for Pirates of the Caribbean, lately Dune and Dune 2, right?
Those things.
Those guys. This is the guy behind the guy. This is not Hans Zimmer, right? This is the guy that does the immersive mix. So yeah, it was cool. And of course, we want to make sure that we're not talking about this Dune. I mean, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
How you doing?
On this picture, and I couldn't stop laughing.
It was pretty good. It's really good, actually. I like that one.
Matt LeBlanc, and
He's everybody.
Matt LeBlanc. How you doing? I saw that right away. Everybody's just smiley emojis, laughing emojis. That was great. Whoopsie. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So one of the cool parts about going to these events, I was able to. You guys remember I went to that thing in Indiana last year? Do you remember? Probably not. But I got to talk to Grammy award-winning or nominated Atmos mixer Nick Reeves. This is the guy. He does all of the immersive mixes for the full Bob Marley collection catalog. So he did that, and he also did. He does everything for Billie Eilish, Phineas, all that kind of stuff. And
Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, he's also the one that verified for me that what we are talking about is 100% true, and that if your height speaker placement is the Dolby Atmos spec and you start a sound in your front left and you go straight up, that will move diagonally toward you through the room. No matter what, that's what happens because that's where the speaker is. And just like he said back in August on my birthday last year, with music, he said with music, it's a lot easier. With movies, you're tied to the screen. And so I gave him the helicopter analogy. He's like, yeah, he totally agreed. If the helicopter is there on screen and it goes up, he's like, the sound has to stay there. It has to stay at the front of the room. Otherwise, helicopter's sound is in the wrong place and helicopter's in the wrong place.
Yeah.
So I got to meet him. Oh my God. I totally forgot. Do you guys know who? Do you guys know? There's a bunch of pictures here. You know who this guy is here? This guy. I don't even know. Aaron, do you know this guy?
Hold up.
You know this guy?
Something.
Editing? This guy's working twice.
Jimmy Jam, right? You posted that picture. I was like, what?
Yeah. Jimmy Jam.
I was actually listening to one of their playlists recently.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You notice how his hat looks like a JL Audio logo?
It does.
That's his company for Jam and Lewis, right?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. If you guys don't know them, the artist they worked with a lot back in the 80s was Janet Jackson. So if you know Janet Jackson, you've heard this guy.
There is a great
the JL logo.
I'm trying to think. For anybody who's got Apple Music, there's a great playlist of theirs. Let me see what it's called. I think it may be just the producers. Yes,
Robert De Niro.
It's I'll bring it up because I like for real. If anybody is a fan of their music, they need to go check this out. I'll throw this up there real fast.
So this is a keynote about immersive music, the artist and the engineer, Jimmy Jam, and then Manny Marquine. If you guys remember, there's these headphones.
Sorry, I just hijacked you.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, but that's it. For anybody curious, that's it. Make sure you pull up Apple Music and go listen to that. Okay, I'll hide it again.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Nice.
Okay. Sorry.
Nice. So is it? All right. So this dude here, if you guys remember, I reviewed these headphones here, these Odyssey headphones, and they are the Manny Marquine 500s. Well, this is the guy. This is the guy. He's got like, I don't know, 11 Grammys or something like that. And it was funny because the introduction guy was like, oh, between the two, they've got 22 Grammys here. And then Jimmy Jam's like, I think I only have like 8. So Manny's way ahead of me or something like that. It's pretty funny. And they were talking about immersive mixes and Dolby Atmos and spatial audio. And it seems like there's still just this two-sided thing. Like, you know, a lot of these guys mixing on high-level projects for Atmos and spatial audio feel like they should honor the artist's vision and keep the Atmos mix as close to the 2-channel as possible. Like that's their deal. And then there's, you know, I know Jimmy Jam has a great view on Atmos, and he said that he can't wait to see the younger producers, the younger artists that are coming up now that are not even going to make a 2-channel version. They're going to make the Atmos one right away, right? Like they're going to use spatial audio and they're going to use Atmos in a way that these older guys just don't even think about. Like it's not even heard of. So it was great to hear Jimmy Jam's, you know, opinion. Everybody else is kind of like in the vein of let's keep it just like this 2-channel as possible. So very interesting to hear that. I got to talk to a whole bunch of people. I got to meet this artist, really nice young lady, Ashley Sienna. She was telling me she blew up on TikTok. Song blew up. She got like 1 million followers on TikTok, and she's essentially independent, and she had to pay a lot of money for these spatial mixes because her, you know, manager said that that's what they should do, and she's like, I don't even like them. Like she wasn't too thrilled, and they're on Apple Music, so you can go check out her stuff, and she doesn't like. Imagine she's just like us. Yeah. She's just like us in a sense. Like, oh hey, well, you know, I put up this Atmos setup, and now like, yeah, there's not really a whole lot. No, she's like,
I think we can make some awesome Atmos mixes.
Yeah. Well, you know, I want to
showing that off lately. Like, you know, here's a remix of this, you know, movie. Here's a remix of this song that, you know, you expect to have a you know, big budget for production. How come we can do a good mix? And then, so we just put it out there. You've been putting stuff out and asking people like, how does this sound compared to the original one or the Atmos version on Apple Music or something like that? Yep. And people are like, I think yours is better. Like,
yeah, I mean, mine's definitely. I mean, I don't know if mine's better, but it's definitely more immersive.
Well, I think that's what it is. I think maybe it's like they have constraints. Like you can't change when you mix it down to stereo. It has to sound exactly the same. So you're limited in where you can pan things. You got to keep everything on the left. You can't do anything. You can't do a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, because it's got to fold down properly. And you know what? So I went after all of this. What do you call it? I went to Apple Music, and every song I've mixed in Atmos is on Apple Music with an Atmos mix. And I was like, oh man, like my stuff does sound better. All right, it definitely sounds more immersive. Like the Dua Lipa one, man, that was flat as hell. Holy crap. I think they finally put like a couple of like random.
Didn't you tell me something about like one of the guys, no name specifically, but like they had to do an Atmos and they just put one thing?
So it was for a movie. It was for a movie.
Okay.
It was for a movie. And they're like, they had delivered a full like binaural mix and it was all cool. And they're like, oh, well, we need an Atmos mix. And they're like, and they needed it right away. And they're like, okay, well, how do we do this? I just put like one thing up there. and then we could call it an Atmos mix. And then so they did, and that was for a movie. And now you guys are wondering why. That's why.
See, this is what I talked to a guy who's the mayor of the city, right? This is related, believe me. He's a mayor of the city. He's like, you don't want to know, you don't want to see how the sausage is made, or something like that. Like, you don't want to be in the factory seeing how it's made, because then you'll realize, like, oh my god. So when we're laughing about, like, hey, I don't notice anything, when you see the insider stuff and you hear like, yeah, we didn't have much time, we just put one thing up there and call it a day. That is what happens sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, like,
sometimes
there's a lot of things that come into play, right? Their hands are tied. There are time constraints, budget constraints. If it's a music, then they have to appease the artist. If it's music, they have to appease the label, the record label. If it's a film, because the person that makes the score isn't the person that does the Atmos mix, right? And then the person that does the Atmos mix for the theater is different than the person that does the Atmos mix for the home. So there's a lot of people, once you guys get it, it's gone through so many hands as far as post-production that it's just like, you get what is there and that's all. That's it. Like if it's good, cool. If it's not really much you can do about it.
Can we get to High Finest super chat here?
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
He says, it's been a while. Walk me through optimizing integration of 802D4 towers ported with dual SB16s sealed, placed in opposite corners of the room. So first of all, thank you for the super chat.
Yep.
Optimizing integration of 802D towers ported with sealed. Ported. Dual SB16 sealed, placed in opposite corners of the room. So it sounds like the SB16s are placed in a good place. I assume that your 802Ds are also in a good place. I think the reason why you probably said ported and sealed is because at the port tuning you get a phase inversion, and so you're saying like how do you cross those over without that cancellation if you were to phase line them? I think the answer is really you cross over at a place prior to where the port tuning is. So wherever that phase inversion is happening at the port tuning of the 802Ds, it'll be much lower in response, right? So you just cross over higher. I don't know exactly what the crossover point is there, but I'm sure it's not 80, right? I don't think they have those things are crossed over at 80, or not crossover, but I don't think the port tuning is at 80 hertz. It's probably like, I don't know, 30 or 40 or something like that, or lower.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think if you crossed over at 80, you'd be fine. I would say the key is for bass is not so much about time alignment, right? You do want to get up as time aligned as possible. Like if you were to look at an impulse response, like a sound that plays like instantaneously, supposedly, right? Theoretically, it's supposed to be like all the frequencies playing it in one instance. You'd see a spike, right? But for bass, it's really hard to see that spike. It's more of like instead of like one spike, you'll see kind of like a roundy thing, right? Like that's the peak. And so you gotta a
roundy thing.
Yeah, kind of like a little roundy thing like this. And what you want to do is align that, assuming you're using like something like REW and you're taking the measurement there. So you want to align that first impulse, right? First peak, but that's not the most important part. It's actually the most important part is to make sure that at the point where you're crossing it over, let's say 80 hertz, that the phase of the two is aligned. You kind of want them to have the same angle at least. Am I doing that right? Same angle at the crossover point so that the two are working together. So if you have them phase aligned, what you'll notice is when they blend, it'll just create it'll be a smooth blend, right? If you don't have it phase aligned properly, you'll see this and then you'll see this, right? It'll go down or it's possible you can get a thing, but that would be using the wrong crossover slopes. Probably would make it go up. But typically, if you're using 24 dB per octave symmetrical slopes, right, which is typical on your normal AVRs. Sorry if I'm getting super nerdy here, but this is where my brain is at right now. You're using 24, then they usually sum properly. That's what you should get. That's basically it. So when you phase line them, it might throw off the timing a little bit. So when you look at the impulse response, instead of the peak being at the same place as the impulse, it might be slightly over a little bit, and that's fine. That's more important than perfect time alignment is less important than good phase alignment at the crossover. Did I say anything that's incorrect here? I ask Aaron because I just talk. I just say these things off 3 hours.
To be honest with you, man, I was busy looking at something else. This guy said something about these JAMO speakers, and I was like,
I was ignoring your ass.
Listen, man, there's a question about did we see the new JAMO speakers? And I'm like, they got new speakers, so I went and looked, and they're not new.
Well, here's what's good.
All right, what did I miss?
To me, that's a compliment because I feel like
I let Joe just go, man. I don't feel like I have to.
I feel like
Joe.
That I'm not saying anything ridiculously stupid because if I was like saying something real silly, I think he'd kind of be like, I'm gonna have to jump in here in 1 second here. Let me
rewind that. Do that one again. No,
yeah, rewind it back.
So like my response was just listen, just use your heart and just go by how it feels. And then he'd be like, yeah.
That's what Aaron.
See,
Aaron starts paying attention. Just measure your ears. I think that's your heart. If you hear the chocolatey bottom end, then you
chocolatey bottom end. Every time I use that in one of my reviews, inevitably I get 2 or 3 replies saying chocolatey bottom end, LOL, and I'm like, yes, people are watching.
Chocolatey bottom end, dizzle.
That's right.
Drizzle.
Yeah, that's what somebody commented on his video, said dizzle. Did you see that one?
Dizzle. Yeah. It's Michael, the same guy who replies every one of my videos. He replies, E-Dizzle, yo, E-Dizzle.
Oh,
it's pretty funny. So if he's watching back, thank you, man. I appreciate those. I get a laugh every time I see it.
What else we got here? Super Dentons. Is there such thing? Is there a Super Denton?
Does it look older than the 70s?
The answer is yes. Any interest?
Yes.
Extra
Super Denton?
Yeah, there's a 3-way.
What?
A dome mid. Yeah, I've been kind of eyeing them for the past few weeks. I was going to reach out and ask for a pair to borrow, but
there is Wharfdale Super Denton. What?
Yeah, but I don't know if they're
anniversary was some of my favorites.
I don't know if they're available in the US. Like, I don't know if this is because right now they're on the typical hi-fi like news websites, and usually that means it's going to be a month or 2 or 3 or 15 or something before they actually make it to where you can buy them.
Hey, seriously, those are the first 85th anniversary Dentons.
Yeah,
some of my favorite bookshelf speakers.
Yeah,
they were in my storage fire, so I'm sad about that. But you reviewed the Lintons, and I remember you
like the Lintons a lot. I still recommend the Lintons. They're still one of my favorite speakers.
Yeah, dude, these had, I'm guessing based on how much you like those, that the original Denson 85th bookshelf speakers probably had a similar tonality or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure they
do.
But this, now they got price says 163,000 focals. If you look at it again, it's got the little F, the focal F. When you go look, see that little thing? Or it's a tornado,
bro. It's not a focal, bro.
Look at how, dude. That's a handsome speaker.
Handsome speaker.
It's a handsome speaker. I think
it is. It's a good-looking little speaker. You probably need to measure it with the grill on.
Look at that grill. I like the grill, how it's flush.
Part of their design. I'm sure it's supposed to be listened to and measured with the grill on.
But bet you. Yeah, probably.
You know what? I'm always curious about the offset tweeter. How does that affect the directivity? Is that good? Is it positive, negative?
It has to be, right?
And how do you measure those? Like, how do you put that on the clipple? You know, like where's the axis?
So with something like that, you have a couple options. One is to reach out to the manufacturer and hope that they reply and tell you where they intended for you to listen to it at, like the reference axis. And then the other one is just to make an assumption, measure it, and then look at the data afterward. Because you can still, the cool thing about the clipple is I could set the reference point to be at the tweeter, and then I could look at the data and say, actually, it looks a little bit better below the tweeter. And then in the software, I don't have to remeasure it, but in the software, I can say, change the reference point to right above the mid-range, dead in the center of the baffle, and then it'll go and it'll spit out the results with your reference point.
That's awesome. They're like
super awesome.
The reference point is at the W. Don't you know? That's why
you don't know. You win. The JBL L52 Classic that I recently reviewed has an offset tweeter, and the owner had measured. His name is Napier Lopez. He had measured and reviewed another model before that, like the L82, I think, maybe. And so he gave me some advice on where the reference was supposed to be. But I actually found out that it measures better with the reference point at the mid-range of that particular speaker, which is wild. I did not expect that, but I was able to figure that out by looking at the measurements.
So then do you sit with instead of the tweeter aimed at your ear, you use with the mid-range?
Yeah, actually, in that case, I just sat lower. That's all I did. I was just like, well, let's see. But I'll be honest, man, like the listening distances that we are, sometimes I don't really even notice a difference. And then sometimes you do. It really is speaker dependent.
Yeah.
Larry
had a little crosshair on them, like, like all the new speakers have like some kind of marking.
Yeah, like
a little marking to let you know, like, this is it.
That's where you measure at.
But man, we're being super specific. Like you're saying, when you're at the listening distance, unless it's close, like the closer you are, the more it matters, right?
Right. Yeah.
But at a far distance is like, I guess. Except for like something like those Polk, the reference. It's so narrow that the tweeter radiation's so narrow, like you could really get out of the.
Oh yeah, it doesn't take much at all. Like, then you're like, what is going on here?
Marv says Aaron can hold the big speakers while the clipple does the thing.
That's right. I just hold it up.
It's your exercise for the month.
Yeah,
2 hours.
Curl tower speakers.
Measure at the M. Turn it upside down and measure at the M.
You could do that. Oh man, I've got those PS Audio FR10s, and I set those up yesterday, and I'll be putting them on the clipple sometime this week. I want to listen to them first, right? Because I measure with my ears. Those things, man, they're pretty freaking impressive. I'm like, dang.
So have you been like making notes and writing up your
Yeah.
Do you have to say Arnie Nudell?
I don't think I do.
I'm just saying. I'm just wondering if that's gonna have to come out in your video.
Let's see. I say tight mid bass and not boomy at all. Clear as a bell mid range. Highs are tipped up on axis, so I have to turn them off. And then I say wide Sweet Emotion. So Sweet Emotion by Aerosmith. It's got all these like weird effects. If you listen to it, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just got some crazy effects going on. And that's the one thing I like about it is they're kind of layered and they're placed like sporadically. And with that particular track, when I turn the speakers out for like 20 degrees, well, even with them on axis, they're still wide. But when I turn them 20 degrees off axis and brought that what sounded like high frequency tilt down, the stage is just like really wide. They're really good speakers, man. I don't know that I've heard. I'm sticking my neck out because I haven't shown the measurements. I haven't even seen what they look like yet. But I don't know that I've heard mid bass, upper mid bass, lower mid range as clear as I have with these speakers, or with any other speakers as I have with these speakers. And I have to think that it really has something to do with the fact that they got the two woofers on the floor to help kind of overcome the floor bounce that you normally get. Right. So there's, instead of being a dip around 300 hertz or so from the floor bounce, it's kind of filled in. And it just sounds full, man. Like they sound really freaking good.
That's awesome.
I'm curious to see what the measurements look like.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
then
good to
I
hear.
think I'm going to drag in the the Kef Blade 2 metas. I think I'm going to try to drag those in maybe tomorrow night or sometime this weekend and start listening to those soon too. I really want to kind of go back and forth between these PS Audios versus the KEF because they're completely different designs. I think I figured it out, dude. I think if I'm going to make a speaker, I'm going to make it a cardioid design and it's going to have floor woofers instead of woofers at the top. I think that's like those are the two best traits that I've ever heard in a speaker. But that's why I'm thinking about these KEFs now. I'm like, man, I hope these sound good because now I've got it in my head that floor woofers are kind of the thing. You know, like I really think there's a lot to it.
Did you say floor woofers or floor woofers?
Floor, like placed closer to the floor.
So here's something that real quick. I don't know if it's related or not, but I was talking about how I like these monolith THX8 subwoofers, right? Because the woofer is pointed downwards towards the floor, and the port is also facing downward to the floor. And you know, sometimes we have people ask about their subs, where they should place them, and sometimes they think like, oh, maybe if I put the sub, you know, we talk about having the speaker 3 feet from the wall. Sometimes you say that, right?
Yeah.
And so they think like, if I put the sub out 3 feet like that, yeah, maybe, or maybe 2 feet or 1 foot, right? They're trying to, and what they end up getting is like they end up canceling out some stuff. So sometimes it's better to have it closer to the wall.
Right.
And now,
and I don't know what the crossover is, but I'll show it. This is what I'm talking about with these two mid-bass drivers that are closer to the floor. Do they say what the crossover is? $10,000 a pair, but they look cool. And there's the designer. So I've talked with him a little bit about them.
And the mid-range is what? Which one is the mid-range on there?
I'll show you. Let me go back. Let me find the crossover, see if it says. Am I missing it? Oh,
so that's not that. Okay.
550 and 1750. So those mid-bass drivers play up to 550 or so. I'm guessing they probably got a pretty tight crossover network. Okay, what was the question?
Mid-range right there.
And then tweeter right there. Yeah, I'm sitting on the tweeter axis. I did verify that was the intended listening axis. And they actually have a good manual. You know, like a lot of these manufacturers, the manual doesn't say anything about setting them up, but this manual actually gives you an overhead view of one is with them pointed at you, and then it also has like another option in the same photo of towing them out, and it says to aim them about 20 degrees. No, maybe it's 3 feet behind the listener, which is about 20 degrees, I think is what it said. But yeah, man, I like them, dude. I'm impressed. And I'm kind of glad because PS Audio and the audio science review people have been doing like this for the past couple of years, and it's really just kind of annoying to see it. But I had a lot of hope for the speaker, and I'm glad that it seems to be turning out well so far. Like I said, I'm curious to see what the measurements are going to look like, though.
Yeah. Well, that's like I'm saying. I'm glad that it's a good product. You know, it just gets me. It throws me off a little bit when he starts talking about like, you know, some stuff that's a little esoteric and stuff I'm not really into, and so I'm like you make some stuff that's really cool and it makes sense, and then some of the stuff he says like I agree with that. I agree with all that. And then you say this thing, I'm like, oh, not you, but
no, I do too. But yeah,
I agree with all that. And then you said this one thing, I'm like, well, that's weird. Okay, I'm not sure. You can't take everything everyone says, right?
Yeah,
you can take from here and take from there. Some people you may agree with more, and that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
So when's you gonna come out with a new speaker or what?
Me? Never. I won't say never.
Never.
If I did, it would be a DIY design. Everybody's open to do whatever they want with it.
So a cardioid.
Because I feel like once I got into that side of things, I don't feel like I could be a reviewer. You know, like we've had this talk before, but
say it ain't so.
I don't agree with that. See, that's one part I don't agree with. Just don't review it.
I'll send it out and let everybody else.
You have to.
You know, that's fair.
Getting paid. He's got to do it.
No, just you have to review.
I got to review my own stuff, man.
Hey, make sure to send them to me, and you got to pay me though. You got to pay me,
dude.
I can chill it out for you. I'll chill it out. You got to pay me. I'll chill it out.
I'll send you stickers. I'll send you.
Here, send it to Joe. Joe will take the measurements.
Yeah,
and we'll just do the same ELAC thing, and then he'll send it to me. I'll try to break them. That's it.
Yeah.
Great little video series.
So I'm putting together all the pieces. So
that.
Aaron's speaker, here's Aaron's speaker right here. It would be some kind of cardioid, so it'd have like woofers on the side or on the back or something like that. And then he'd have, like he just said, woofers near the floor, probably floor standing, but then like
it had to be.
It can't be a circle because he probably wants a floor standing speaker.
Yeah.
So it's got to be like a roundy shape for sure. It's gonna be
got to be something I can actually build. So it can't be complex shapes.
Oh. He's gonna find out a way to make it somewhat roundy.
I wish I could.
Directivity.
He made a foam.
And then what kind of tweeter is he using? He's using he looks like he's probably using like some kind of fancy nice driver for sure.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a nice driver. Is it gonna be the ugly one? You're gonna use that thing?
With the beryllium, or not the beryllium, but with the Techstream stuff around? Oh, you're talking about the Purify.
I hate the way that looks.
You go, so many people say the same thing. Like, it's a cool looking speaker, but I couldn't deal with that surround.
Bro, it's gotta look cool. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Oh, I care how good it sounds, but if it has to look like that, the grill has got to stay on.
Grill.
Yeah.
I think
you going beryllium? I think you'd probably go beryllium.
I'd probably go beryllium. But I tell you, like, if I had my way and was able to make my own, like if I was able to find somebody who can manufacture what I want, it would probably be a coaxial with a.
I knew it.
With a
60.
With a waveguide like that's not flared out. Like, what's the word I'm looking for here? That's more shallow, I guess, than some, because some of them, like the mid range, are a little bit like they're like this, right? So they don't have quite as wide dispersion as I personally want. I'd probably shoot for something just a little bit more wide, you know.
So are you doing like very, very little excursion and
very little? I mean, crossed over probably like 500 hertz or something like that. Very, very minimal excursion.
Probably like triple surround, right? Like,
I need to go find
minimizing the bumps. Right? You don't want one big bump, and maybe I wonder if inverted would be better. You know what I mean? Like the more you need a little bit of excursion, but you want to use that. You want to make that as flat as possible. Yeah. What does Kef do for that? They do that weird rubber thing, like with the lines on them.
No, I'm not sure. You're talking about the rib things or whatever?
Yeah, because the driver, that mid-range, has to become the waveguide, right?
Yeah.
And so you want a optimally shaped waveguide.
All right, I found it. This is my speaker that I built like in 2013 or 15.
Okay, let's see.
But it probably wouldn't be too far off from what this is. Let me go back.
Dang, that's nice.
Yeah, bro. It's sick. See that? So that was a ScanSpeak 10-inch, and then that was a Kef coaxial. I mean, I'd never got around to even trying to round the corners. This was more like a proof of concept. But the idea was that I wanted to place the 10-inch as close to the ground as I could without having a huge discrepancy in the vertical. And then the 4-inch was crossed over at like 500 hertz or something. It actually sounded pretty good. These are the drivers I started with. Rain processor. Actually, I had two different rain processors, the RPM 88 and the RPM 26. And then a bunch of crown amps. So it was nuts. Look, there's a picture of my dog. Passed away, RIP. But yeah, that's kind of what I wound up going. I'm not going to get into the whole thread.
How come you can't? Why wouldn't you be able to do like a kind of like in car audio? You have like a mid bass, right? And then on the bottom, then you put like the big boys, right? Is that
good?
Is there a reason? Are you saying that you want the mid bass to be down below?
Yeah, I would want the mid bass to be closer to the floor, not as high up, because then you mitigate that floor bounce. Like in my experience, that actually does make an audible difference, like a good audible difference.
You know what? Here's a design, because it's all about
designing that speaker. By the way, I should, if I could find the thread where I have so many. I bought two different sets of speakers. 8-inch. I tried them on the side. I tried them on the front. I tried them at the very bottom, at the very top. Like
what would happen? What would happen if the mid bass? This is a weird design. I don't think I've seen this. No. What if the mid bass was like lower, like you're saying, and then the actual woofer, the one producing even lower frequencies was higher up. I've never seen that. Would that be horrible?
The woofer producing.
Oh, the woofer above, like so mid bass, and then like
Just
I
look
don't
at
know,
just like
not,
where
not
it's
sub,
located.
but even higher up.
Oh, you mean like subwoofer? Yeah. I don't know that I've seen
Yeah,
that.
let's say, you know, like in car audio, we talk about mid bass,
Yeah, mid bass is like 80 to 300 hertz,
and
give
then
or
we have
take.
the 80 and below, right?
Yeah.
So if you had the 80 and below, but it was above the smaller driver, I've never
Yeah.
seen that look before.
It could probably work. I think that could work because you're crossed over before you have to worry about floor bounce anyway.
Mm-hmm. It might
I
just be
don't
one of those things where it's a different look. Where when you see like, well, that's weird. You expect this bigger driver to be at the bottom. So the fact that there's a bigger driver in the middle and then a smaller driver, you're like, oh, that's a weird.
Almost wonder if I would just put that on the back. Well, now we're still talking cardioid, so I could put it on the back and I wouldn't have to worry about it. I don't know, man. There's so many ways you could go with this stuff.
You know what's funny is like I think that you could really, honestly, produce a great speaker. You know, like I think a lot of people think of you and all of us as just YouTube guys. These guys are YouTubers, right?
Yeah.
What you have to understand is this is I can speak for myself. This is what I do all the time. I haven't even been making any YouTube videos.
Yeah,
This
I know.
is what I do.
Come on, dude. You got to promote the disc, bro. Come on, let's
Oh
go.
yeah, okay. I'll throw one out there. But you know what I'm saying? Like this is what we do. So, I wouldn't be surprised if you came out with a great speaker that are people like, oh man, this thing is actually great.
Yeah. I mean, I know I could do it. The thing that holds me back is fabrication. Like I'm not good. I can build a box, but when it comes to making something look good, forget it. Like that wood picture that you saw, I spray painted it black, and that's where I stopped.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's what you gotta talk to somebody who's like, design person who would tell you, hey, we got to make it look actually like really cool also.
Yeah.
If you would like to sell any of these, if you don't want to sell any of them, then keep it like that. That's
You
cool.
got to talk to someone that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a YouTube guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like Chana, right? Oh yeah, he's just a YouTube guy. What does he know? Wasn't the guy who made the Doom stuff? He was asking you questions about right? He was asking
I got a whole short ready to go on helping Alan Meyerson because he's like, hey, can you do this? I was like, yeah, sure. I jumped in the chair and I was like, I'm in the fucking chair, bro. Holy shit. Everybody in the whole place started laughing.
That's awesome.
So I was just like, whoa, what am I doing here? You know what?
So it's like that. How come the guy who's the expert, why is he asking
Me
this
for
YouTube guy? Are you asking the YouTube guy? Do you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
You should I don't think people should like look at it in that way. We just happen to make YouTube videos.
Yeah. I do need to recite my account, my resume in every video. Like I've been making music since 2005. Oh, no. What? That's you gotta.
Yeah, man. Honestly, Aaron, I think you can make a great speaker.
Yeah.
And I think it's almost like
Maybe
I know you want to continue doing your reviews, but I think it's almost a disservice to not make something awesome when you could, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have this thing that a lot of people don't have to make an awesome speaker, test it, make sure it's actually awesome, and then you can call me up and say, Joe, can you make this thing look really cool?
Yeah, have Jose. Hey, Aaron.
Yeah. Jose. They call me Jose. It's my name for
designer name.
Jose.
Hey, I'm gonna need some Jose help as well.
Okay, I got you.
But Aaron, I need a 6.5-inch square speaker with a concentric design.
Okay.
For Atmos mixing, something that's relatively flat down to 80. That's it. Yeah. Dude, you could make something like that, dude. What is that? 6 pieces of wood in a fucking speaker?
Dude, I'll tell you right now, I would just order a knockdown kit from Parts Express and then order the driver and put the driver in there. Like that's exactly what I would do.
Why don't you just get with Toyd and say, hey, I want this to look cool. We've made a speaker.
Yeah.
Is that Toyd's DIY audio? Is that his channel?
Toyd? Yeah, I thought you said Floyd. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Toyd's DIY.
Yeah.
We made a speaker a long time ago. I think he sold a ton of those kits.
I think
Like a lot of them. We made the Dynas. Don't measure those.
I'm not going to measure them. I'm definitely going to measure them now. I'm gonna track down a pair somewhere.
I have some. I have some. They like my priority is to make them look cool, but I didn't know what I know now. But he's always known, so I think he did some stuff to make sure that it wasn't terrible. But yeah, we made a cool looking speaker before, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he sold a lot of kits, and he has a CNC type of deal, so you can kind of make shapes.
I'm jealous of that.
Dynas.
We've talked about me measuring some of his speakers before, like his Klipsch. I won't say knockoffs, but basically, I mean, that's kind of what he's targeting is a Klipsch design, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got some neat stuff. I would like to review it sometime, but they're freaking big, dude. I'm sure he's like, I don't want to pay for shipping on these.
I just saw this post. Somebody has a picture of me showing these Dyna speakers on Reddit. Where was this at? Rocky Mountain. There, Parts Express, Dynas.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Dude, those totally look like B&W ripoff, bro. Come on.
They are, dude. Of course they are.
Do.
I'm like, I saw the tweeter on Parts Express. I'm like, I want to use that tweeter. That was number one.
I want to use Swan or a HiFi tweeter.
Yeah. The HiFi.
Yeah, HIVI. I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah, we're going with that. I've called him that forever.
HiFi speaker. It's the HiFi. It's a HiFi tweeter.
He's the HiFi.
Yeah.
All right, I'm preparing this other computer for
Yeah, I'm showing this guy. This guy passed away actually.
Oh no.
Yeah. See, I'm showing him at my desk. Those are the speakers right there that we designed. But they look cool. Like they have a kind of a cool look. You see the little design right there. Yeah.
What? How did he pass away? Do you know?
He's
kind of young.
I think it was a heart thing.
Man.
Yeah. But yeah, he was impressed. He's like, these sound crazy. The number one thing on those, a lot of bass. They had a lot of bass. I started off that design for those speakers.
That one was called Dyna. Do I need a sub?
That was it. Do I need a sub? Dynas. So it was good down to like 35 hertz. That's pretty good for a little bookshelf speaker, right?
That's all right.
So look, here they are. These are the ones that we made. So it could be like that. Maybe it's a little project with him, you know?
Oh yeah, look at this woofer.
He doesn't go by this name anymore, huh? 123 Toyd.
I think so.
Does he?
I thought it was Toyd's Audio.
Yeah, Toyd's DIY audio. Look at that.
Toyd's DIY.
Oh, who's that guy? Get him off the screen.
Oh yeah, so it started off because like this is like a little voxel sub. Like a little by Paul Carmody. You know that guy. Right?
Oh yeah.
Did he pass away too?
I don't think so. No.
I don't know. That's what weird thing.
No.
So we started off with this sub setup, like the smallest sub that we could find. And this is good down to like 35 hertz. And then I'm like, let's just build a bookshelf speaker starting with that. Start with the sub, add a mid-range, and then put that cool tweeter and then make them work. And then put a plate amp on the back and make it so that you can adjust the settings, the crossover point, you know what I mean? And somebody could actually do it themselves. So it was a cool little setup. The amp was a little noisy though. Noisy little amp. They have much better ones now.
What's going on? Are we still? What happened? Are you looking for something? Did you find it?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Hey, have y'all seen the series that's on Apple TV? Oh gosh, is it Monarch? I think that's the name of it. It's a Godzilla like offshoot. I had no interest in what. Move back up. I didn't know anything about it. I was watching YouTube, and then this thing with Kurt Russell popped up, and he was talking about some of his. What is it like? One of these channels that has actors come on and they talk about some of their favorite movies and stuff. I'm sure you've seen them anyway. So this one was about Kurt Russell, and he was talking about that. And I was like, oh, it's got Kurt Russell in it. I'll check it out. And it's actually pretty good, man. I think it just came out at the end of last year.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Have you guys watched Dune 2 yet?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
How are you going to watch it? That's the biggest question. There's only 12 theaters in the world that are showing the 70 millimeter IMAX version. 12 theaters in the world. So are you going to go to one of those theaters, Joe? Aaron, I don't think there's one in Alabama.
How dare you? First of all,
I bet I would probably say it would be safe to go to like the AMC in Burbank.
Nah, it's going to be.
I'm not saying that version, but as far as a good experience, that's the one that I worked at. Actually, they tore down the one that I worked at.
Angela wants me to babysit. So, oh man, I don't know, bro.
Poor kids.
As long as like there's already
babysit, bro.
That I could just warm up.
Babysit for 3 hours.
Oh, Aaron, go to
Nashville. There's one in Nashville.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm like 2 hours away from there. I'll go do that.
There you go. So I was actually gonna go watch it today because I got to hang out with Alan Meyerson on Saturday, and I got to listen to all these like awesome parts of the soundtrack, with the guy that mixed it for Atmos. I'm like, man, I should go see this thing now. And the only one in LA, Joe, is the TCL. It was the old man's Chinese theater. It's now the TCL theater.
TCL, it's not Grauman. What is it? Grauman's Chinese theater was what it's called? The famous theater.
Yeah, the famous one. Yeah, that's where it's at. And they had showings at like 10 a.m. I'm like, oh, I can make it there today at 10 a.m. and then make it in time for the show here because it's like
TCL now. TCL Chinese theater.
TCL bought it. Yeah, I guess. I found out just
all those things keep changing. Like it was a Kodak theater around that, and then they keep changing hands.
City Walk in Irvine has the 70 millimeter IMAX version. The other one, the other thing that is interesting is the dual laser digital version. Dual laser version, which is apparently super bright. So there's two different experiences when you go watch the 70 mil versus the dual laser version. I watched a YouTube video about this like on Sunday night.
I'll have my mom and my sister watch the kids, and then let's meet up at City Walk. Go watch it.
Which one's City Walk? Do they have it there?
Universal City Walk. That's near you.
Universal City Cinema, AMC at City Walk, Hollywood, and IMAX. Oh, they have the 70 mil? Or which one do you want to watch? Do you want to watch the 70 mil one? Or do you want to watch and then some of them have a 4D where the moving chairs happen? And
no, I don't need that 4D. We don't need that. This is not Top Gun Maverick. We just need to sit and have a good viewing and listening experience.
Good God.
I don't need to move for. I don't need to move.
We can make it a slumber party. I'll come stay at your house or something like that.
No, it's near you. That's more closer to your area.
No, you said to come down to Irvine.
Oh, okay. Now you come here. Andrew, now you come here.
You walk at Irvine. Yeah, exactly.
Nah, you come here. All right. 4DX throws sand in your face.
Justin with the quote of the night. That would be hilarious. Hilarious, dude. Yeah.
What else?
If you guys haven't seen that, my Instagram, I put it up as a YouTube short on my channel. Check it out. It's Alan Meyerson on Dune 2 or something like that. You should check out. Dude, I got some great clips. I got to show you some stuff too.
Hey, I'm supposed to review this. I think they're gonna send it to me. We'll see. I didn't actually want to do it. I actually didn't want to do this review because I'm busy. I'm so busy. The first thing they asked, like, how much do you charge for a review? So I just threw out a number and I was like, hoping they're just gonna say no. And then they're like, oh yeah, that sounds great. I'm like, oh crap.
I should have added like 2 more zeros.
I should have asked for more money. But yeah, that's the deal. You know what these people don't understand, and what I think everybody needs to understand about me? I don't care. Like they're just gonna pay me for me to actually do the review, right? I'm still gonna do the review exactly how I'd normally do it. The option is whether I'm gonna do it or not do it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm so busy. The answer is typically nah. I don't have time to do that. So the payment is just for me to actually do it. Mm-hmm. But my process is my process, right? They should know that by now. And I've already done a review of the old KC62.
I don't know, dude. You tell me.
Yeah, that's a smaller one.
Yeah, KC62, and I guess they have a new KC92.
Hmm.
KC92 subwoofer. They're expensive little subs, so I'm. Look at the little sub.
Guys are hilarious.
KC92.
Stuff.
It doesn't
So I
hit
already know what to expect. I already know what to expect based on the KC62. Dude, they have like, oh, theirs is not attached this time, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Oh, you went cheap over here. Remember the other one? They had like one attached
That's what I
woofer.
thought. Yeah.
On the KC, it was like that.
The white one. That's for the white one.
KC62. Let's see if they had it on this one. Let's see. Yeah, see? Shared magnet setup.
Interesting.
And then, this is the thing I always have to clown on, right? I have to. They did it themselves.
What is
it? Yeah.
Frequency response,
Yeah.
minus 3 dB, 11 hertz.
Yeah.
Max SPL, 110.
No.
It's not those two together, though.
No, it's definitely.
Those are two separate numbers. 11 hertz at a lower volume. 110 hertz, not at 11 hertz, minus 3 dB. It's probably going to be much, much higher, more realistic to something that has dual 9-inch drivers. Still probably going to be pretty impressive, but it's also $2,000. So that's what it is. We'll see if they end up sending it out and they don't back out, which I don't mind if they do or don't. I don't care. Then I guess I'll be reviewing that. What else? What else?
All
we
right,
got?
hold on. I had to prepare some stuff for this question. Okay.
And also in the comments, if you're not cool with that, if you think that that's not good, let me know. Let me know in the comment. I invite it. Bring it, because at the end of the day,
don't have to argue. I've seen him argue with plenty of people.
It's not that. It's like my other options. I just don't review it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care whether to review it or not. I'm not a YouTuber, right? I just make YouTube videos. That's not what I do. All right. So, see this dude? No, he says get that money. I like you. That's not a hater, right? He wants me to get okay. What else?
All right. Mosin's question. There is a big difference when it's Dolby Atmos DD Plus or True HD. Is it normal? So, since none of these other YouTube home theater people know what's going on, let me put y'all onto some game, as it were. Okay? We are going to, so this right here, you see that?
I see it.
Houdini. This is my Atmos mix. This is the Atmos master file, also known as ADM BWF. What size is that, Joe? Can you see that?
1 gig.
1 gigabyte. All right. Gigabyte. Now we're gonna open the dreaded Dolby. What is this?
My god! Look at this.
Who knows?
What are we looking at here?
What is that? Oh my goodness. This is one of the expensive softwares I got to keep paying for every damn month because of never mind. Anyway, so let's pop in the Houdini Dolby Atmos master file. Now, Dolby Digital Plus for online media. This is what we click that, and then we click MP4. That's going to be your lossy. And we can also, what does this say? It says Dolby True HD. We're going to click that guy. Right? And yeah, we don't need to change anything. We're going to add to queue, and we're going to encode. And now we wait. And we'll see what the results are. So you guys want to know?
You're doing it right now in real time.
I'm doing it in real time.
You're doing it?
Because I don't need to gatekeep this. Anybody can go ahead and you guys go get a subscription of the Dolby Media Encoder. Good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's just if you actually knew what you were kind of doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. You could click on some of these things, but then you might fuck it up. I mean, I don't know. Oh, and if you're doing a Blu-ray, you're gonna need to do one of these also.
Hey, you know what's interesting? Look at on the right side. If you scroll down, you see how it says DRC default is on. So that's what dynamic range compression.
Yeah, it's always on, huh?
Yeah. So by default, that is checked on remember how we had that setting on the AVR that if you turn it on or off. So if somebody doesn't check that, then that's what that thing on the AVR is supposed to do. It's supposed to apply that in case somebody didn't do it.
Right.
But
all right.
Yeah.
Here we go. The MP4. How can you see? We went from 1 gigabyte to 19 megabytes.
And this is just audio.
What? This is just audio. Just audio. So we went from 1 gigabyte to 19 megabytes. Okay. That is the lossy version.
Okay. Now, so how about the original one is the ADM BWF, right?
ADM BWF. It's this wave down here at the bottom.
So for the people who don't know, that's the thing that you export that has all the metadata and all.
Yeah.
And what does it have? I guess the other ones also have some metadata, but the ADM is the master file.
This is the master file. Houdini export 2.wave is the master file. It is a ADM BWF, which is a broadcast wave, right? That's what that stands for. So 1 gigabyte. So the MP4, the lossy MP4, this is the one you hear on all the streaming services that come in as Dolby Digital Plus. You're hearing a file that's now 19 megabytes in size. Because I know
so what is the other size.
Because I know size matters.
Oh my lord!
You. All right.
What's the size of the lossless one?
So the lossless comes out into this file called the MLP. The main listening position? No,
main listening position.
The .mlp is 121 megabytes. Huh. Substantially larger than the MP4. So the .mlp.
If you export and you choose the lossless True HD one,
that's it.
It shows you MLP?
Lossless True HD.
I see. Because it's the Meridian file.
Yeah.
Okay.
So got it. Is this really lossless? Is this really lossless, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen? Is this what's going on? I'm trying to.
Well, what is it? I would have to know what it's not, what it doesn't have. What does it lose going from 1 gig to 121? You know, I haven't thought about it.
Look at this Meridian lossless packing audio file. It's packing. What?
I got an idea.
A whole lot.
Just start sending the ADMs to Kaleidoscape.
Yeah,
and then they can send you the. No, they wouldn't be able to play that.
What do you think Kaleidoscape is getting? You think they're getting this one, the Dolby True HD, or you think they're getting this one? Oh, I don't know, man. It's another good question.
No, they can't. You can't. I can't even open that file.
That's right.
I can make the file. I can't even open that wave on my computer.
You can't open it.
You have to open it using that special Dolby render.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be able to open that wave file.
This MLP, you can't open this with anything either. This needs to go into a muxer, right? I'm putting y'all on game. I'm putting all.
He's pointing. He's pointing at everything.
I'm putting y'all on game because all these other fuckers, they don't know this shit because they don't do this shit like we do this shit. Yeah, sup. Anyway, so this MLP, you have nothing can play this. Nothing can play this. So after this 1 gigabyte file gets transferred or compressed into the Dolby True HD, it comes out to 121 megabyte file. And then from there, it goes into this muxing process. And then that is what goes into a Kaleidoscape. So you tell me, is it really lossless? Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I
wonder what it loses there.
Huh? What? Yeah. How much? What's the percentage? We're losing 10%? No, it's 10%.
Something's happening. I don't know. I don't know the processes there, but it's a much smaller file size for sure.
That's right. So this is all about Motion's question. Is there a big difference? Because I know a lot of you guys talk about file sizes and how they measure up. How many ears is this? What ear difference is this, Aaron?
3
ears, so 19 megabytes to 121 megabytes. So
approximately, give or take.
This is the difference between this highlighted MP4. This is the lossy version. The MLP is the lossless version. both of them derived from the Dolby Atmos master file of 1 gigabyte. So you tell us in the chat, what do you think? What do you think? Let me get this off the screen now, but I've had this on the screen for quite some time because how do I do the stop screen share? Where is this?
Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
Oh, this one's sharing the screen. Derp. That's right. This is a different computer.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
It went away. No, I'm not sad.
Yeah. So that's the answer. Is it normal? Yes. This is the way it goes. That's the way it is. That's how it is, and that's how it goes. We go from a 1 gigabyte Dolby Atmos master file. The lossless version is 121 megabytes. The lossy version is what did I say? 19 megabytes. That's so you tell me. You tell us in the chat what's that about?
Yeah.
Maybe the 1 big gigabyte size. Daniel Miller. You know what? That newest Atmos track, you think that's big? Hold on. Let me see. Well, I got you right here. What is the name of that new song? Thrill Again. Let me go into the bounces. You think that 3.7 gigabytes was my last Atmos mix? Right? If you guys haven't heard it, that's large. 3 gigabytes for 1 3-minute song. 3 gigs, 3.7 gigabytes. You know why, Joe? Do you know why? Because I exceeded 100 objects on that one. And so it was like, it was hurting, dude. It was hurting. When I stuck that into Final Cut Pro just to line it up with the video, it was struggling. This computer, brand new, 128 gigabytes of RAM was struggling. And on the when you click on the audio, it says 90 analog like files in there, 90. So yeah, I got a 3.7 gigabyte Dolby Atmos master file. Do you want to know how small that gets packed into? Should we try that? Yeah. No.
In the meantime, while you're doing that, I made my own version of an oral upmixer last night.
Yeah.
Kind of by accident, kind of.
I love it.
I won't say how I did it, but remember, you know the stuff we were doing, right?
Yeah.
To try to, the vocal stuff. I made my own. You got to check it out next time you're over here.
Well, apparently we're going pretty soon to do this Dune thing.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all got a date?
Yeah, we got a docu.
MP4. Dolby True HD. Hey, should I turn? Oh, we should turn off this DRC. You think it'll get bigger?
Oh, let's see.
No, we'll leave it for now.
Hey, did you release a new video today, Aaron? Was it today, the PSB one?
Oh yeah, yeah.
For the peasants, the peasant access.
You said the
peasant
access.
Public. Patreon, you got the Patreon, you got the early access. And then I'm on the peasant mode.
Yeah, I'll release that one today.
You're okay.
Yeah,
I have it on watch later.
It's a
Paul Barton.
Yeah, it's a good speaker. Just kind of got a mid-range suck out thing going on. I'm like, this is weird.
Paul Barton. What else?
Make 4 great again.
What else we got?
I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna start on these Callies tonight. I think I'm just gonna wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna go watch TV for an hour and go to bed early tonight.
I'm gonna try and get my Cali video up tomorrow.
I should just do it real quick. I should just do a quick video.
I could probably knock mine out pretty fast because there's.
Can I just make a video and say, hey, if you want measurements, go watch Aaron's video. I'm not gonna do it.
They sound good.
I'll make it way faster for me.
I did that with a video. Shane had already made a video, and I was like, hey, if you guys want to go check out the specs and stuff, I'll link Shane's video up here, and then let's talk about the experience because I don't want to do all that. It's redundant.
That would be actually a smart way to do things. Like, why do redundant stuff, right? Yeah. Like if somebody that you respect and trust has done something, why do I have to go and redo it? Like, watch his video also. If you're really interested in this thing, go watch that.
You guys are gonna hate this.
Keep watching all the videos. If you're really interested in watching it, watch that video, watch this video. Get different.
That with the NAD
overlap. What's the need for the overlap in You know?
Yeah, I did that with the NAD amplifier that I reviewed recently. I said, I'm not going to go deep into measurements because I don't have the ability, but if you want that, Stereophile and Soundstage both have those. Go check those out. I've done it with subwoofers where I've said James Larson's done it. You can go check out his stuff for more information. So yeah, I'm all about that, man. You know, like you said, as long as it's somebody that you trust. If it's just some random dude, I'm probably not going to be like, yeah, go trust his data too.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. And not some shill YouTubers.
Yeah.
Not those chill YouTubers who just don't even say anything that's useful.
Yeah.
Best ever.
All right. You hear? You hear it? What are the guesses? It's already up on screen.
Oh, there it is.
Drill again. I'm going to guess it's like 3.7 gigabytes.
Yeah. Well, no. So then the lossy version is 23 megs.
I'm going to guess that the lossy version is like 10 kilobytes.
No. Those are other files. The lossless version is 137 megabytes. 137.4. Let's give it everything. It's almost 137 and a half. So from 3.7 gigabytes to 137 is the Dolby Atmos master file down to the Dolby True HD lossless version. So there you go.
Nice.
Ask yourself, are you really getting lossless? And there you go. So are you? And then lossy is fraction 23 megabytes, 23.7 megabytes. I guess if you round up. Now, what's funny is if you notice here, you can see my naming conventions. Thrill again, ARP test 2. Thrill again, main test 1, main test 2, main test 3, final 1, final 2, final 3, final 4, final 5. Clearly, I was going in and continuing to change stuff, even though I was like, damn, I thought it was finished. Damn, I'm not. But anyway, yeah. For those of you wanting to know about the difference between an actual lossless or the Dolby Atmos master file of 3.7 gigabytes, the lossless version comes in at 137 megabytes, 137.4 megabytes, and the lossy version comes in at 23.7 megabytes. Nobody else knows about this except people that actually make Atmos. So yeah, that's that. I'm gonna leave this one over. So yeah. Chew that up, everybody. All right, so we can get.
I just wanted to tell you guys something. If you want to know, here's a tip for the people watching, consuming YouTube videos. Here's a tip for you guys. If you want to know who not to trust, okay, because I made a video about, I'm tired of this, who not to trust. If you see somebody's thumbnail, okay, and if it looks like a cereal box, all right, if they look like this, right, if they look like that, right, oh, where'd it go? Where are we at?
Right there,
I lost it. Hold on a second. Cereal box.
I kind of like that.
If you, nice. All right. So look, if the person you're watching, right, if their thumbnail looks like this Trix one here, right? They look like Frosted. They look like Captain Crunch, right?
Captain Crunch. Zoom. Click on one of them.
I don't think it's gonna show, but you get the idea. Look at with the mouth open. Look at this.
Even the two can't say
just follow your ears. Just follow your ears. Hey, actually, this guy right here, best speaker ever. These right here,
angels. After using these,
you gotta hear these. Look at. That's the tip, okay? That's the shill face. If you see that, you get that off the screen. If you see that face,
run.
That's not somebody who's going to tell you the truth about what's happening. They got the speaker in, they got paid probably a good amount. They're going to say, whatever, a few things. They're going to say something that's pretend like a negative, but it's not really a negative. Like when you go for a job interview, what's your weakness? My weakness is, I'm a really hard worker.
I work too hard.
Yeah, I work too hard. Yeah.
It's one of those, So don't do that. You don't need to do that face. Nobody needs to do that face. Not a grown man.
Angela, if their mouth is
grown man. Ain't no grown man needs to do that face. The mouth open.
Be careful. If their mouth is open as wide as the woofer in the thumbnail.
I'm just saying that's my little rant for today. Chana didn't do a rant. He's been in a good, happy mood, going to these mixers. I'm the 3 hours of sleep guy. Don't trust that person. And you know what? Next time you see that, tag us. Tag me. Tag Joe and tell next time you see a thing with that face, tag me with that face and like some sunglasses emoji. That's how I feel about it. Fresh hater Jay. I hate it. I hate that face, man. What is that face? Like they're supposed to be so surprised
at everything. Everything's a surprise.
Hey, everything.
You want to know something? They had to get that photo. They had to stop. All right, they're done taping. They had to stop, look at the camera, and do different poses in front of the camera to do that. Can you believe that? Like they'd actually grown man looking at the camera. I'm not gonna do it. Looking at the camera, looking like trying to do a Captain Crunch. They had to do that. Hell nah. I'm just saying, dude. Don't anybody who does that. That's how like
That's scary.
What was that?
Hey, you know who I'm talking about.
Show me.
You see something like this? Hey, get the true target. You see that? You know who that is. Who am I talking about?
Right.
Get those people, man.
Yeah.
Stop with those. Stop with that. And you know what? If they have a ton of followers, that's your fault. That's if you watch it and you watch the video. You're part of the problem also.
Yeah, you can unsubscribe, by the way.
Yeah, there's that button.
You can unsubscribe.
Creepy.
Yeah.
So stop that. Hey, and if you're up and coming YouTuber and you think that that's what you need to do, don't follow that. I understand if you're new, you're brand new to this, and you're like, I guess that's what I do. I got to look excited. Don't follow that.
There's a question of integrity.
To put whatever they want into your open mouth.
Be a man.
Just think about
whatever that means. Be a man. Be a woman. Be you.
Be a man. Do all right,
man. Be both. Be your normal.
Be a man and a woman at the same time.
Woman.
How much integrity do you have to be a grown person? Pretending to do these faces to try to sell it.
Fired up, man.
I know he's on a rant today. Reed's like, we know what the thumbnail is going to be for this video. It's going to be John.
I knew I should have done it.
Tim, you got to do it like that, Tim.
Keep in mind these cereal boxes are marketed towards kids.
Yeah.
Right. It's marketed towards a kid to like look at the thing like, oh, hey mom, I want to buy these. Right. I want to buy this. I want to get that toy that's inside. That's what the face is for. Right? You're not a kid. You're not a kid.
Van, he's like, I know who you're talking about. Name names, though.
Name names. I don't have to name any names. If you know who I'm talking about, then you know who I'm talking about. How many? Just look through. Go to your channel. Type in
Mr. Beast
subscription,
speaker review, AV receiver review, and you'll find him.
It's Mr. Beast, man.
You should
a lot too. Yeah.
Here's a thing.
Michael Squires with the zinger. Hell yeah! And kids are easily influenced. There it is.
Can you show what is your YouTube channel show? Like if you go to YouTube right now, what is recommended to you? You down to show it?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, it's probably all kinds.
Are you down?
Something went wrong.
What you're really interested in, bro.
Really? You want
to see here? I don't care. I'll show mine.
I'll do mine.
This is probably dangerous. Look.
Okay, go.
I'll go.
You go.
So Daily HiFi, UFC fighting stuff. Aaron, more fighting stuff. Gerald. Oh, Gerald went to Rick's place. That's cool.
That's awesome. I didn't know they had a video together.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. A cool collab.
I love watching Rick Beato's channel, man.
Dude, his stuff is great. There's me.
There's you. So you can tell I actually see. I watched it all the way through.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I don't watch this stuff. More fighting stuff. Fighting. Caleb over there. Some sports stuff. Doing it right because I was listening to more boxing stuff. This guy does good DSP videos.
Michael Curtis.
Yeah. Really good DSP video.
Oh, and then the dude, the
editing guy.
Oh, look, Spec of Tech. Spec of Tech.
Yeah.
Spec of Tech.
See, this guy. See,
Oh, excuse me.
I'll give him a pass. I'll give him a pass. Zach King is like an old school YouTuber, right?
Oh, Zach King, yeah. No, dude, I saw his talk, dude. They got a team and everything. They do some crazy stuff.
He remember the place that we were going to get? The studio? Remember this guy before who used to have the studio? He said he came and recorded at his studio before.
Really? Oh, okay, cool.
Let's see. I don't have very many of those open mouth ones. Maybe this guy is a little bit open now. Yeah. But most of them, this guy.
Zach King one, of course.
Who else? See? Oh no, Hefe.
Hey, Hefe. At least it's not his face. It's just an emoji.
Okay, so let me see. What do you got? Let me see what yours looks like.
All right, you ready?
Yeah,
I'm ready. Let's see. You don't have to show yours, Aaron. I don't know what you got. I bet. All right.
What do we got? We got
okay.
We got Pagani. We got mixing with Alan Meyerson. We got Sean Cannell. Oh, we got our buddy. What is it called?
We got the Hooters girl.
Oh yeah, we got the Hooters girl. Yeah, we got my buddy, the tech
Hooters.
I've got Dream Media, Lamborghini in the house. I don't know. Not a whole lot. Oh, hey, if you guys want to know about like communication stuff, this Vicky.
Oh yeah, I seen her. She's good.
She's real good. She's real good. And then I don't know, some other random shorts. What do we got? AI, how to use AI to blow up my podcast, how we went viral. Oh look, it's Cheap Audio Man. Oh, how did that get there? I don't know.
Why is that so there's a lot of contrast on that.
Oh yeah, red and yellow. That's what it's the McDonald's colors. So everybody.
Yeah, there you go. What else we got?
We got Spitfire Audio. That guy goes into like a bunch of music studios. Looks like car stuff. A mix of car stuff. A mix of how to grow your YouTube channel.
HD TV test.
Mr. Vincent Teo. Yeah, dude, got us.
Oh no, FOMO. Look at FOMO. I gotta call him up. What the hell, FOMO?
Oh, FOMO.
Oh no.
He's trying to get that. He's trying to get them clicks.
Yeah.
He did it.
He wants them clicks. He wants those.
Yeah. Here's Shane. Oh, dude,
no.
I love this guy. This guy Stradman. He's
Look at the mouth.
He's got the mouth. This guy went supercar shopping in Dubai.
Oh,
that's awesome. Weem Amp. Hey, Daily HiFi. That's
just follow your ears.
Just follow your ears.
See that? Think about that, all right? I want you to think about that. You see that face? Just follow your ears.
Here, this guy, Apple Insider. Just follow your ears.
Oh, man, horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, Vincent makes you fall asleep. Chana does a good Vincent impression.
My name is Vincent Teo. I am a professional calibrator and TV reviewer. Please support our channel by going to Richer Sounds in Manchester. 444
right.
333 25.
Come on.
Oh, here we go, Aaron.
Okay, here we go. What does Aaron watch?
Blow this up here. See, Dream Media, I click on them. Even if I don't watch them, I click on them because they seem like good dudes.
Yeah,
Todd Wildman's Lions, BMXer. This is a great BMX podcast channel. I love listening to these guys. I don't know if y'all keep up with the latest beef between Benzino and Eminem, but I do.
Of course.
My home theater. I actually don't know if I watched this channel.
Oh, this guy, Chris is his name. I know him from.
How's it going? My name is Chris. BMX, somebody's home theater. I don't watch this channel either. Matt Pose, Justified, one of the best television series ever. Some shorts. Oh, this one's pretty good. Forgot about that one. Somebody talking about 50 Cent ain't got no bars. Wharfdale Super Denton. Hey,
Denton.
Weird Al. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, DJ Vlad was on Drink Champs recently, so I've got to watch that one. I watch Drink Champs religiously. This guy, Minty Comedic Arts, he does like a top 10 things you didn't know about movies, and it's awesome. I love watching those. Trucks or car wrecks to make sure I don't drive like a maniac. AVGN, Cinemassacre, Angry Video Game Nerd, BMX, Kentucky Basketball, Skateboarding, MTV stuff. Let's keep going. Hey, FOMO Rants, and then some random stuff. Oh, look,
and the Hooters one too, huh? For you too.
Where, dude?
Where?
Yeah, see,
There, I'm
she's
right there.
thought too.
That ain't me. Hey, Nemo Propaganda, give that dude a shout.
Oh yeah, he's got
Hey,
some.
yeah.
Gaming in the 90s. Oh, Jack Reacher. Carl Jokes.
That one channel that always talks about Oro 3D. That
Does he?
format makes me go to sleep. No, that's gross. Huh?
That's awesome. All right. I think that's adequate.
You
All
guys
right.
are
Hey, so
slaughtering.
not too crazy. Nothing too crazy.
You guys are slaughtering me. I'm on the ground typing this.
What else? I gotta
hey,
go now.
All right, hey. So there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed that.
That's Joe's favorite part right there. This guy right here.
Hold on. Can we see which one?
This in the middle, the dude with the bikini on.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's your channel, no?
Yeah.
It's
It's a bodybuilding channel, but man, that graphic, I'm probably gonna click on that later.
Is that because you're trying to get in shape and you want to have?
I've been watching that dude for a while. That's a good channel. What else?
So what's the mouth open stuff? Is there anybody here?
No mouth open.
No, see?
Yeah.
Not too many of those.
Which means you can trust those channels, right? You can trust those channels.
Oh, Madonna, she got her mouth open.
But if you see anybody with that, right, in the audio space, right, tag me at Joe and Tell, and then type in some type of cereal so they won't know. You know what I mean?
Cereal. Oh, like
cereal,
or
yeah, and your favorite cereal.
Toucan Sam.
Just like Captain Crunch berries, right?
Don't Google mouth open unless you're looking
I'm
for
your
Oro 3D.
private dancer.
Let's get out of here, man. Let's get out of here. We're being silly.
Yeah, all right. Let's see here. I'm planning to upgrade my AVR from a Yamaha to a Denon. Will it make a big difference? Speakers are Klipsch RP line and dual PB 3000. The main difference with those is that the Denon will allow you to process 13 channels, so you can run front wides. So you can run 914 and then or 716. So if you want to do that. Will it make a big difference sound wise? I don't know. Hard to say. Let's get rid of that guy. Surge. I have a 20 by 25 foot room and have my Revel F28 BEs about 6 feet into the room and about 5 feet away from the sidewalls. Is it possible to have them too far into the room? Where do you sit? That's what I want to know. I don't know. Our old buddy there, Ron.
Yeah, what's up with Ron?
New Record Day always said start in the center as possible and then move them back toward the wall, and then you'll find the right spot for them in the room, right? So
it's interesting though, because some of the manufacturers I've talked to actually recommend the opposite. They say start off with them closer to the wall, and initially they're going to sound overly chesty and things like that, kind of boomy. Bring them out. Yeah, I know.
Like that guy on your thumbnail.
Hooters girl. Bring them out from the wall and then kind of interpolate.
Sorry. Chesty. All three of us did it. That's the thumbnail.
Chesty.
I mean, that's pretty far in, man. 6 feet is pretty far in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sound deeper that way. Sound stays deep.
I haven't actually watched that video. I know Ron made a video a while back called Lots
of chesty.
Yeah, lots of look like lots of lines.
A lot of painter's tape, probably.
Yeah, lots of painter's tape. I haven't seen it, but okay. Who wants to release ribbon speakers? Really?
Who cares? I don't know.
Ribbon speakers, thing.
That's what I was Googling.
Hey, you know what? Fluont's they don't always make the best speakers, but they're pretty inexpensive. They always look kind of cool for the price. And they were willing to send me stuff out when I had barely any subscribers. So I always give them a shot,
What are you saying? You're shilling for them?
I'll shill for Fluont's.
No, he's not. He's not, because he just said they don't always have the best.
Oh,
if you were shilling, he would have said they have The
That's right.
best.
Yeah, like I mean, you know the good thing about doing measurements is like you can just see what it does. Like these speakers right here, these speakers they have like a weird dip. I thought that the tweeter was out of phase, like straight up, like a crazy dip, like deep, not narrow but deep. And I was like, what's up with this, guys? Like, what is this? You know, what is this thing that's happening? I don't know if it was from the ports or I don't know what was happening, but that's the truth. I don't care. That they're nice to me. Was it Fluence that we had dinner with, Shauna?
Yeah, we had dinner with them, and I was the only one buying alcohol.
They treated us out to dinner. Yeah. Look at my review of these. I reviewed the AI-81.
Can't see it.
Can't see shit.
Oh, sure. I forgot. I'm not sure. I reviewed these AI-81s, right?
Those look kind of cool.
Yeah, they weren't great. They weren't great. They took us out to dinner. Thank you for the dinner at CES. I appreciate it. It was delicious. It was delicious, but the speaker is what it is. I'm sorry. Yeah. This is the one I was saying had a weird dip.
Oh yeah, probably a port resonance.
Was it a port thing? I couldn't.
Yes, because it's got front ports, and I'm sure there's some kind of resonance inside the enclosure, and it's probably taking out the port.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be
a yellow cone. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Your speaker has to look cool, kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like the speaker looks cool enough.
It's gotta catch attention first.
Yeah.
So anyway, Tony Dancer.
What other questions we have?
We can't possibly have.
I'm not going to tell you yet. I'm not going to tell you the price. When you see the price, then
you're going to run to the hills.
You're either going to run or you're going to buy.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
All right, here. I wanted to show you guys this thing because I needed your opinions.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let's end with this.
I need your opinions, guys. Why is this going in so close? Okay, whatever. This is GIK has this room configurator thing for room treatment, and this is free. This is a free service that they offer. It's pretty cool. And
chill it out.
Yeah. I'm chilling. I'm just chilling like a like look, so we can click on this and then you click the little button here. And then let's say I wanted to go 2 feet by 4 foot. And then I think I got some colors. Oh, these ones that say US Guilford of Maine fabrics? Those ones cost extra. So we don't want those. We want to go to like
you get them for free if you chill.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
What is that? Blue? I like
that quiet right there.
Beige. You guys want beige? So then we just go. We go. What do? We go back. So
and the good thing is those don't catch on fire, right?
What?
I mean, I'm just saying. Really, gasoline, when you sell these things, there's a requirement that they don't like.
Oh, they don't catch on fire. Yeah, of course. So now we can do some other stuff. Oh no, I'm missing a thing here. Let's just duplicate that and then just grab it. And
dude, that room is dead.
This thing is gonna be here's
right.
These are all freestanding. So these are their blocks, right? They call them their blocks, except for the base things in the corners. But since I'm renting, these are all freestanding, so that when I move, when I move, whatever that happens.
Really,
to be,
they stand on their own, even with the. So do they stand on that block below it? And how do you keep them from falling? Blue tack?
They have little feet. These guys have little feet. So when you order them, this is the bottom. Then you order a middle. So these have like little rails in between. So like you can actually offset these, so it'll make like a checkerboard pattern, And then
what's stopping it from falling over though?
They have feet that stop it from doing.
No, but still, what's stopping it from like somebody pull it? You can pull it down, right?
Nobody's gonna do that.
You have kids, but no.
I'm just saying, how about a little blue tack on the back? Just
blue tack with a shield for blue tack. Well, it's going to be at least like a few inches off the back wall because it has feet that go in the front of it and the back of it.
Shield for blue tack. Oh, that's funny, dude. This what we do here is awesome. I love it.
It reminds me of like Plinko or something.
Here's my affiliate link. I'm posting an affiliate link here. Affiliate link.
What is that for?
It's audiophile blue tack. Click on my affiliate link down below.
It's a hi-fi tack. Hi-fi tack.
It's audiophile.
Somebody's gonna make that now.
It's audiophile.
So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Should I go with this plate or this plate? This one has more of the straighter slats. These ones have straight with
How
little
about that the lines? How do those lines look?
Which one? This one?
Ah, right there.
Well, he recommended one of the 2D. He recommended either of the two. They have no acoustic difference between them. So this is what he was recommending to me. Either this one or this.
They partially absorb and partially reflect, or what?
He's got all kinds of. I have to like read the email again to see what he's got going on. But depending on the room and it's your
I see. So they want a little bit of reflection off of that thing. It's supposed to like, but they want to absorb some.
They want it to be totally dead, and then we've got major bass trap guys here. So yeah, we go here. I want your guys' opinion. What color should I put these things? You know, what colors should I go with? They got some nice blue ones. They got the red. The black just seems a little too dreary for me.
I don't know. Are you gonna want to have like all purple? You know what I mean? Like
I don't know.
Every day?
Why not? Who's gonna be in here? Me? Is this gonna be?
Look at the purple one then.
How about
look at the purple one?
Look at the purple one. Okay.
Oh, that's a little. I thought it was gonna be darker than that. It matches my.
Let's see.
Nah, it looks too. Take out the blue and the red. It just looks too Lego.
Yeah, right. The purple's not bad.
Oh, there's burgundy. Is that what it was?
Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, I like Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, try to go for the burgundy, a little darker.
Burgundy.
You don't want to make them match your room or contrast your room or something?
Well, it's not. I don't know if I'm gonna be. It's just like white, off-white room.
Yeah.
Look at the burgundy though. You didn't.
There's the burgundy. That looks pretty
good. That is.
This is burgundy.
Looks like red.
Yeah. Well, the other here. I'll put the red on this one, and then we can see.
Well, all the colors are starting to get crazy.
Bright red.
No. Oh, okay.
So you can see the difference. So, all right. Oh, see, that's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? The best one is black.
You think the black is? I mean, this just.
The reason being is like, if you're in there and you don't really want to be visually distracted by anything, and let's say if you decide to do a projector and screen setup, right? Then you kind of don't want extra. It's not there for you to look at.
Use orange, beige, yellow.
How about white? What if they were all white? How would that look?
See, purple. I like purple. Yeah, I like purple.
It doesn't look bad, but like if you did all white, then it would look like it would match your wall.
Yeah, but it's I don't know, man. Let's see. Okay.
You asked Jose, I'm telling you.
Okay, pure white or light gray or off white? Pure white? Pure white.
Your walls are probably like off white, but let's just try that.
Let's try that one. Hard to tell.
Pure white?
Yeah, this is pure white. What they call pure white. Here, let me put the other white over here. What do they call it?
So you'd have to be able to see it like up against the wall, but it would kind of make it look like those wooden things are kind of floating, hopefully.
Floaters.
What do you mean?
Floaters.
So this is the pure white on the right. And
look at it on the one on the side.
This one?
Yeah. Who's it? GIK?
Yeah, GIK.
You like that?
Who?
I had to throw that in right there.
Who's that?
yeah. This is GIK. These are GIK acoustic panels, all freestanding.
Okay, so how does it look on the ones with wood on them? Is what I want to know. Does it look like it's?
Oh, I thought you were talking about that one.
Yeah.
Which one? The pure white?
Yeah. Pure white.
Pure white. Okay, let's see.
Ooh.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, this is. Oh wait, what did I do? Okay, here we go. Pure white.
Okay. There it is. How does that look?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell, dude.
Let's get the black, dude. Be done.
Black? Oh,
nice. Yeah, bro.
That's so whack.
Look at you. Okay.
I hate it when it's okay like that.
Get purple then.
Come on. This is purple.
You can do purple. I'm just saying the other ones just will work with everything. You know what I mean? Like if you don't know what color to get, just pick a neutral color.
Cool.
Tan. Maize. Is that yellow?
Yeah.
Is that corn? Corn yellow. Corn yellow. Cornholio. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking burgundy and purple. It's gonna be nice and bright.
It's a lot, bro. When you do colors in a room, you want to accent. You don't want those are taking up entire walls. It's like you want to paint your whole wall red.
Done. Pick purple.
Only like you want to paint your entire wall red because that's pretty much the same effect. You know, so in a studio setup, there's a reason why you want to keep it dark. You're gonna be there all the time. So if you want it to be bright, choose light. If you want it to be dark, choose dark.
Change the color of the wood face. All right. We're changing. What do you think, Jose? Finish front.
Okay, black then.
Black?
Or walnut. I don't know. What kind of wood do you like?
I don't know.
There is a kind of look. That's kind of there's a vibe right there. That's a stormtrooper vibe.
There you go.
So you just do white on all the back and then black front, and then you got a little thing going on.
Looks like a bunch of dominoes.
Kind of.
That's the look right there, bro.
She's got the look. All right. I'm out.
Let's get out of here.
Y'all are losing me here.
Aaron's out of here.
All right.
Wrap it up, bro.
Thank you guys for hanging out. We do this every Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern. Become a part of the crew. Go to crew.dailyhifi.com to be part of the after show, which we're about to jump into. And if you want to buy some merch and support us, go to shop.dailyhifi.com. And if you like to listen to us instead of looking at our ugly mugs, go to anchor.fm/dailyhifi. Thank you so much for hanging out. On behalf of myself, Joe, and Aaron, have a good night. We will see you